Susan. Welcome to the Daily Creative Challenges in Adobe Illustrator. I'm your host, Julia Masalska. I'm hoping you guys are having a wonderful week so far. We have some amazing people in the chat. As usual, I'm gonna call out some of your names. Vincent, Wade, and Jatermia, and Eileen, and Richard. Say hi in the chat. Come and join the conversation, ask questions. During this live stream, I'm going to do my best to answer those. Also, if you're tuning in from YouTube, make sure to head over to be.net/live. This is where I'm going to be answering your questions, and this is where you can hang out with us and get to know everybody in our amazing Behance community. Cool, and we have Emma joining, and Carlos, and Susan, and Noor, and we also have Lamont here, super cool. Yay, good afternoon. Yeah, for some it's good morning, for some it's good afternoon, and for some of us it's good night. So let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'd love to know where our international community is located. And hi Wade, good to see you. Awesome. Guys, so today's challenge are really exciting, and we're going to go through some of the really new features, and it's actually called Recolor Artwork. It's a feature that was introduced during Adobe Max, and today we're going to dive into that, and we're going to take the portrait that you guys created yesterday. But if you're just tuning in and you're completely new to this, no worries. You'll get set up with all the different things that you need to have handy to be ready to work with us. Okay, my friends, so today's challenge looks somewhat like this. We have our starter file that you can get if you go onto be.net/challenge/illustrator. This is where we are having all the information that you need to have. So go into behance.net/challenge/illustrator, and this is our amazing page where you can find all the information you need to know about the daily creative challenges. You can join the community chat, which is our Discord channel. Here is also a link to that. It's bit.ly/AI Discord. If for some reason this link doesn't work for you, feel free to go onto behance.net/challenge/illustrator and join the community chat. So simply click this link and you will be connected to our Discord channel. And this is where we are actually, posting our work on the daily, and this is where we give each other feedback and, suggest how to make it better. And some of us are completely new to design, and some of us are professionals. We have some amazing mentors here. We have Kobe, Kathleen, and Randall. We have Gus here, and we have some moderators here as well. So you won't be alone when you get here, and it's always good to practice and get feedback and communicate with the community when you're starting to learn design. I've noticed that myself. I was always part of some kind of community, either on Facebook or on Discord, to kind of post my work, get feedback, and make it better next time. This is how you learn the quickest, and I can really recommend you guys joining this community. So here at where we have the challenge hashtag, this is where you post your work. So here we have some amazing work from Emma, some really cool portrait vectors that she has created of herself. Then we have Spirit T23, really cool, vector portrait here, in combination with the past challenges that we did, meaning logo design, color palettes, texture, everything together combined, just creates this really amazing brand image that we're going to be working on. So friends, so the main goal with those challenges for those 2 weeks that I'm here with you as a host is to create yourself a personal brand. So everything that you create for yourself as a person, meaning we have started off with a logo, with color palettes, with texture, and we've been talking about different things that are part of this brand experience. Yesterday we have vectorized a portrait, and today we're going to actually look into how to colorize it and how to theme the portrait with maybe different images. So what we're going to do today is you can either start from scratch, or you can take the portrait that you have created yesterday. So here I have yesterday's work in my starter file, By the way, to download the starter file, you can go under this video. There is a link. It says get the starter file here, and if you click on that, you will be able to access this file that I have prepared for you. It's called Challenge 6 AI, and it opens right away in your Adobe Illustrator. Make sure to use the newest version of Illustrator, so update your version, because Recolor Artwork is a pretty new feature and it was introduced in the last version of Illustrator. So my friends, let's quickly jump into this and let's quickly see how this feature even works. So yesterday we have outlined an image. To outline an image is very, very easy. So this is what we actually did yesterday, is you take an image and then you go onto image trace and then you trace the image. If you want to rewatch yesterday's challenge, feel free to do so on behance.net/challenge/Illustrator. And this is where you learn how to create a vectorized portrait like this. So as you can see, this was an image before. Here we have taken out some of the background, and now we have, you know, this girl here with her laptop sitting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to color theme this portrait to different things. And for that, first of all, I'm going to make it a little bit larger and place it on our artboard, right? So now we have this image, and now once we select the image, we will be able to go on to edit, and then we are going to click on hover over edit colors, and we're going to click recolor artwork. So here, what we are going to be working with today is the color theme picker. And the color theme picker is actually the new feature that I was talking about. Not Recolor Artwork has been there forever, but the color theme picker is actually the new tool that was just introduced. And with that tool, you can pick a theme from an image or from a different artwork. So basically what Illustrator does, it matches the colors from the theme that you pick from an image to your artwork that you have selected and that you want to recolor. So here, for example, I have an image placed for you. You can feel free to use that, or you can also go onto stock.adobe.com. This is where you can access some of the free assets, and you can, you know, download yourself a picture where you think that the color palette works with your branding. So what you do here is you go onto stock.adobe.com/free, or you can go onto stock.adobe.com and click on the button where it says free. And here's where you can access all those amazing things. So what I want to do now is I'm going to click on patterns here, and I'm going to see what kind of illustrations I have, you know, to kind of pick out those colorful color themes and to theme my artwork with that. So this is also really cool here. This image, I'm really liking this. You guys can feel free to pick the color palette that you want, or maybe you already have an image that you want to theme your image to. So I want to keep a natural color palette, so I'm going to license this image. By the way, this one is free, so you don't have to sign up with credit card information. You can just download it. And Stock has just released about 70,000 free assets, so you can access all of those. It's really, really amazing. So now I'm going to get this file here. It opens automatically. Once I download it, it opens automatically in Illustrator, and I'm going to select it and click Command and C, and I'm going to copy and paste it with Command and V into my artwork now. So I'm going to move it just a little bit to the bottom because I don't quite need you know, it to overlay my image. So now I'm selecting my image and I'm going into edit colors, recolor artwork, and now I'm using the color theme picker and I'm clicking on this new image that I have added. And now, as you can see, my my artwork is adapting to the color palette that I have selected here, right? Now, if I click on this image, you will be able to see that the color palette has changed to the other image. I want to go back to that one because I want to keep this natural color palette. Now, this is not it. You're not fixed to this, you know, to this exact color palette, and the color palette is not necessarily, you know, placed fixed. What you can do here is you can randomly change the colors inside your artwork. So here we can change the color order randomly. So when I'm going to click here, you will see that my portrait will change colors, and you can find the best way for yourself to kind of color your portrait. I think this looks really, really cool, and I'm going to totally experiment with this. And you can totally do the same thing for, let's say I have these other things here. So let's say I have this typeface and I have all these other things. You can also recolor that. So what I'm going to do is here, again, I'm going to Recolor Artwork, and I'm going to pick a theme, color theme picker. So let's say I'm picking that, and now my artwork here will adapt to that color palette and will change the colors randomly again. Now I have everything grouped and set in a group. I'm going to ungroup this. So I have several different objects, and again, I'm going to do the same thing. It's a really cool thing to experiment with. I really love it, and I think, you know, to randomize it is also a really, really cool idea. So again, I'm going to pick the color themes, and okay. So right now it's picking only one color because I have, you know, I have a vectorized art, but let's select this. Okay. Again, we can go in and change and so on. So now if I'm clicking reset, it goes back to normal. So if I click onto that one, onto that portrait of ours, and I'm going to go onto, let's see, color theme picker, and I'm going to select a color palette. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see what is happening here. Okay, so again, edit colors, recolor artwork, color theme picker, and we have our colors picked. So now we can go in and randomly change them. This is pretty cool. I'm really liking this. And now what we're going to do is, our theme for today is basically to create color variations of our portrait. So I'm going to make this portrait smaller, and I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to, again, to edit colors, recolor artwork, and I'm going to, you know, randomize it again. And maybe I'll create a variation that looks better or that works for me. Cool. And another thing that we have here inside the Recolor Artwork settings is that we can actually go into the different colors. Right now we have a lot of different colors, but sometimes you have only a few, and you can totally go in and modify them. You can, you know, you can, once you turn this wheel, you will be able to turn the colors into different directions. So now, since I have turned all the colors into the purple direction, you'll be able to see that my image is adapting to that, and my settings are changing to the purple color. So once I turn around, I'll be able to see something different. And here we also have the colors, how prominent they are. So we can set, let's say, a little bit less of the lighter tones and a little bit less of these, and we can add a little bit more of that, of the purple. So this is how you can basically kind of modify it, and you can really adapt it to what you want. Cool, let's play around here. What we have here is adjust brightness. So we can also, you know, make the image brighter or darker. That's also pretty cool to play with. And again, we can go in here and still are flexible, you know, in our color palette. So what I want you to do today, guys, is to experiment, and it doesn't even have to be, you know, your self-portrait. You can take any kind of image, or you can take your, you know, fictional character, or, you know, your favorite character that you wanted to work for. And we have Alexandre joining us, super cool, and Geronimo, hi, Bao is here, Wade is posting the challenge website, make sure to check it out, super cool. All right, Wade is saying, I think the texture picture is not there. Yeah, so all of the images that I'm placing into the files are actually on stock. I might have forgotten to include it place it into the file. Let's see if I have done that or not. Yeah, so it looks like this image is not embedded. So what you can do is you can still go onto stock, and you can go and look for texture. And I think Wade has already posted that image. Oh no, never mind. So if you go onto stock.adobe.com and you look for texture, you will be able to find it somewhere. I believe it was in marble or something like that. Let's see. So I'm going to put in marble, and I'm sure it was somewhere around here. So this is the image that we have found today, but let's see. We don't want vectors. So stock is also really cool to kind of really you know, define what you're looking for. So here on the left side, you can also define, do you want an image, do you want a video, do you want a 3D model? That's also something that they have, really, really cool. We have some 3D models here as well. And then we also can determine other you know, things that like vectors or photos, and then we can also look for vivid color and size and so on. So I believe this image was somewhere around here. It might have been one of these. Let's see how it looked. Okay, so it was like golden with black, somewhere around here. But you guys can feel free to really pick any of these images. So you can literally go in here and also look for illustrations. I feel like sometimes illustrations have really, really clear colors, and sometimes those are really, really good to use for that purpose, because they already have some amazing colors. What you can also do is you can go on to color.adobe.com and you can go and look on trends. If you go on and look on trends, you will find different color settings here. So let's say you want to look for illustration color palettes. Here you will go to view more, and you will see all the different color palettes that are categorized illustration. Or you can go into fashion if you want to have more of a subtle color palette. Here are some really beautiful color palettes that you can also use for your illustration. And now what you can do is with that, you can download it as JPEG, and you can also use it in the same file and you know, recolor your artwork themed on that color palette JPEG. That works as well. It can be literally any kind of image, any kind of screenshot that you maybe have taken, and maybe you have taken some screenshots of you know, artwork that you liked online, and you can totally use that and put it into your Illustrator and recolor your artwork based on that theme. Cool. We have some really amazing nude tones here. Here we have some color as well, but as you can see, those color palettes are all really subtle, and I really love them, with a couple exceptions, like this one. Also really beautiful color palette here. And just in general, this site is really, really good for us to get some inspiration from. It's called color.adobe.com. Then we have stock.adobe.com, and we have fonts.adobe.com, where you can get all the fonts that are part of the type kit. So now, once we have created a couple variations of our artwork, you can literally go in and, you know, create copies and then recolor them. And what I would like you to do is to kind of put all of these color variations on one artboard, and then what you do is you go ahead and export it. So you go into File, Export for screens works super well, because we want to, you know, digitally share this artwork. And once you export for screens, it optimizes your artwork for the screen size. Although I have actually already created a screen size artboard here. It's 1680 by 1080. You know, the regular proportions are actually 1920 by 1080, so that will fill up the whole screen. If you want to do that, you can do that as well. But this size is actually really, really good for us to work with online. So what I would like for you to do, guys, is to experiment with different color palettes, or maybe you want to take the color palette that you have created for your own brand already. Cool. Janish Shah is asking, can we download PSD files from Adobe Stock? Let's take a look what kind of PSD files we have. I believe we have some templates here. So go on to, we have several different files. So here we have the photos, then we have some footage, we have templates. So here we have InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, and more. So let's take a look at those. Here we have some amazing templates also, guys. If you are, you know, if you want to design something like this, I mean, how cool is that? And it comes as an Illustrator you know, template that you can adjust. You can adjust the colors, you can adjust the text, and this is just so pretty if you're, you know, just starting off with design and want to experiment with Illustrator. Check this out. This looks super cool. I'm kind of about to use it right now. And here we have a bunch of other templates. So let's say, and by the way, some of them say Illustrator, some of them say Photoshop. So this is how you will know what kind of presets those are, right? And so now let's go on to free, and this is where we're going to be able to see the free ones. Cool. So let's see. Stock footage, created holidays and Christmas, free photos and more. So let's take a look at that. By the way, are you all guys in Christmas mood already, or are you still kind of in work mode? I'm somewhere in between. Yesterday I was actually putting on my TV with some, you know, fireplace and Christmas music. So cool. The free holiday vectors and looping animation work well both in AI and AE. Yeah, that's true. Wait, thanks so much again for posting the link to the free assets. And yes, they are free and you don't need to sign up with your credit card. Cool. Today we got extra time or DCC time increased. No, Ashraful, it's always 30 minutes and we're always every single day of the week, we're hanging out here for 30 minutes with you guys and talking about the Daily Creative Challenge. Cool. Megan is saying always in Halloween mode. Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. All right, so now that we are going here, we can go on to let's type Photoshop. Let's see what we have here in Photoshop templates, or maybe we have some kind of mock-ups. Let's see. Okay, collections. Let's look at all the free ones. And here we have the filters. So once we activate the filters, we will be able to find the specific things that we're looking for, right? So we are here in free. Make sure to activate it here as well. That's how you will be able to see all the free assets. And now we have different options here that we can select from. Let's see, we have images, videos, templates. So let's look at templates. And then we have the app also. We can select either Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and so on. So let's look at Photoshop. And now we will be able to see all the free templates in Photoshop. So those are the free templates in Photoshop. Check them out. There's some amazing posters here as well. Some social media assets. Super cool. All right, friends. So feel free to play with that. Feel free to play with all the different images to take the color theme from. So now I was telling you guys to export the file, right? So once you export, you will be able to export this artboard. And if you want to adjust the artboard, feel free to create another artboard, or just make sure that when you export, select artboards. So let's say we export as JPEG. We will have to select use artboards. Otherwise, all of our artwork will be selected as one file. That's not what we want. What we want is, we want this artboard for presentation only. That's it, right? So we're clicking on use artboards. We're selecting the place where we want to save our artwork, and then we click export. And once we click export, we'll set the color mode to RGB. CMYK is only when you're exporting a file for print. We don't need a very high resolution. This at number 7, it's already high resolution, so that's perfectly fine for us. And here we also can determine which resolution to select for screen, medium or high. Screen is 72 points per inch usually, but I usually do 150 just to make sure that there's enough resolution to maybe zoom in a little bit and it doesn't get pixelated. So 150 points per inch is perfect. And I'm clicking OK. And now my file is already exported onto my computer. Now what I want to do is I want to post my artwork here in our Discord channel, right? So again, the link to the Discord channel is right here, bit.ly/AI Discord, AI capitalized Discord. So this is what it looks like again, and here we have the challenge hashtag. This is where we are posting our work. Oh, cool! Look, what is that? It looks like a dog maybe, or something like that. It looks really, really cool. And by the way, guys, this is also a really great way to create some kind of background images and some really cool assets for your branding. So feel free to experiment with that as well. Really, really nice. So to post your work, what you have to do is click the little plus sign here. And once you do that, you will be able to find your file. I have a lot of files and I have to admit, really, really messy right now. So challenge number, anyways, you guys have a better organization. And once you select your file, you'll be able to put a little comment. I recommend you guys to write something like Daily Creative Challenge number 6 and post your work. So another way to share your work is to use the hashtag AI Daily Challenge. So if you want to post it on social media or on your Behance or anywhere, just use the hashtag AI Daily Challenge. This is how we can connect together, and this is how you can also find the challenges on Behance. So let's go on to Discover here. We will be able to look for AI Daily Challenge. And that also gives you discoverability. Here we have some amazing, daily challenges that people submitted. Here is a set from Emma, and Emma has submitted her daily creative challenges, and she was also featured. She was featured in Illustrator, and this gives you discoverability. This makes you visible for potential clients. So it's a really, really great way to really stay connected and get an outreach with your daily creative challenges. Because what we want is we want to be discovered as designers. We want to get some jobs, we want to get some work, and we just want people to give us feedback and so on. So guys, make sure to submit your daily creative challenges. I'm going to be there in the Discord, and I'm going to be looking at your challenges. Now stay tuned for the next programs. We have Julie's and Dusky after this, so make sure to stick around, and I wish you a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye.